Hello friends, very most welcome to all of you in this our online lecture series. Friends, in previous lecture we have discussed the introductory part of Lorentz transformation equation. So today in this lecture we will completely derive here the Lorentz transformation equation. Today we will continue in our lecture series and we will completely derive here Lorentz transformation equation. Friends, here we are considering two frame of reference S and S dash with their origin O and O dash. S dash. Here we will observe any event at point P from these two frame of reference S and S dash. So friends, if we have considered this frame of reference S dash is moving with uniform velocity v, then this frame of reference S dash is going far from frame of reference S. And also, in other words, or opposite of this concept, we can say that this frame of reference, if this frame of reference is going far from this frame of reference with velocity v, then also we can say that this frame of reference is also going far from this frame of reference with same velocity but in opposite direction. So it may be represented in mathematical way x dash is equal to k x minus vt. Remember please, here we have considered this frame of reference S dash is moving along positive x direction related to the frame S. So here any changing in the measurement along positive x direction in this frame will also affect the value in this frame of reference. Here we want to say that if we will change, we will keep any change in the measurement in this frame of reference, then also it will affect the value along the same axis but in negative direction in this frame of reference also. That means we want to say that its relation from this frame of reference to this frame of reference or from this frame of reference to this frame of reference, the relation is linear. So here we have written this equation linearly, and x minus vt we have completely derived in the Galilean transformation equation. We have told you and we have proved the k x minus vt. Why it will be x dash is equal to x minus vt? Here k is proportionality constant. And friends, if this frame of reference S dash is moving away from this frame of reference with velocity v, then this frame of reference S is also moving away from this frame of reference but in opposite direction. We can realize it very simply. So if we will write the same concept but relative to this frame of reference, so we are considering it is equation number first, and in opposite order, if this frame of reference, if we consider this frame of reference S is moving away from this frame of reference, then it may be represented in the mathematical way x is equal to k x dash plus vt dash, and we are considering here it is equation number second. After solving it, we can get here x is equal to k x dash. Here value of x dash is k x minus vt plus vt dash. We can simplify it very easily and we can get here k square x minus vt plus k vt dash. So it will be x k square x minus k square vt plus k vt dash. We can get here, if we will keep these two terms in this side, then we can find out x minus k square x plus k square vt is equal to k vt dash. And if we will keep x as a common, then we can get here 1 minus k square plus k square vt is equal to k vt dash. So from here we can get very easily the value of t dash. How we can find the value of t dash? If we will find out the value of t dash, then we can get here x minus 1 by k square by kv plus k square vt by kv is equal to t dash. From here the value of t dash we can write very easily. Here 1 power of k will go cancel out, v to v also will be cancelled out, then we can get from here 1 minus k square by kv into x plus kt. T dash will be this. We are considering it is equation number 3rd. Now we want to find out the value of constant k. How we can find out the value of constant k? We can find out this constant k, value of this constant k very easily with the help of second postulates of special theory of relativity. Second postulates of special theory of relativity was the consistency of speed of light. Friends, here we are considering or find out the value of k at time t is equal to t dash is equal to 0. Here two frame of reference we are considering. It is my assumption, remember please. Here we are considering two frame of reference, x and x dash, s and s dash. Their coordinates, or we can say that the coordinates of frame of reference s will be x, y, z and s dash will be x dash, y dash, z dash. But here we are considering here at time t is equal to t dash is equal to 0, the origin of both frame of reference O and O dash are coincides to each other. Here by dotted lines we have shown the frame of reference, it is coordinates axis of frame of reference s dash, and by solid lines we have shown the coordinate axis of frame of reference s. So here we are considering again any light signal is emitting from this common origin. It is my imagination, two frame of reference are coincides to each other at time t is equal to t dash is equal to 0, and again we are assuming here the any light signal is emitting from this common origin O and O dash, and we will observe the position of light signal. So let light signal is emitted, light signal is emitted from common origin then after time t the position of light signal will be x is equal to ct relative to the frame S, and x dash is equal to ct dash relative to the frame S dash. With the help of these equations, we are considering it is equation number 4 and it is equation number 5. We are considering from the equation number 5 x dash is equal to ct dash, and value of t dash we have found value of t dash 1 minus k square by k into x by v, we can write it, plus kt, and value of x dash also we have written the kx minus vt, the value of x dash. After simplifying it, we can get here kx minus kvt is equal to c. We are multiplying by c, 1 minus k square by k into c x by v plus c kt. We will keep this term into this side, then we will get here kx minus 1 minus k square by k into cx by v is equal to c kt, and we will keep this term into this side, then it will be positive, then positive kvt, and if we will keep x as a common, then k minus 1 minus k square by k into c by v is equal to ckt plus kvt. We want to find out here, we want to find out the value of k. How we can find out the value of k? After simplifying it, we can get here x is equal to, from here, ckt plus kvt upon k minus 1 minus k square by k into c by v, Now, after simplifying it, we can get here, friends, by the equation 4, here we can write the value of x, which was ct, from the equation 4. So ct is equal to, if we will keep ct common in these two terms, then we can get here ckt common, ckt as a common, then we can get here ckt common, then we can get 1 plus v by c, and upon, from here we will keep k as a common in both these terms, then we can get here 1 minus k square upon k square into c by v. So c and c will go cancel out, and ct also will go cancel out. We can solve it very easily, and we can find out the value of k. So 1 plus v by c, 1 plus v by c is equal to, we can write here 1 minus k square by k square into c by v. Now 1 plus v by c is equal to, it will be 1 minus 1 minus, we can write it 1 by k square minus 1 in this form, 1 by k square minus k square by k square. So 1 plus v by c is equal to 1 minus 1 by k square plus 1, and here into c by v it will be also, and plus c by v. Here 1 will go cancel out, and if we will keep this term into this side, 1 by k square into c by v is equal to c by v minus v by c. So 1 by k square into c by v is equal to, we can write it cv and c square minus v square, c square minus v square. Now we can cancel out v to v, and we can get 1 by k square is equal to c square minus v square by c square. Now again we will solve it. The value of 1 by k square, 1 by k square is equal to, we can common c square, then we can get here 1 minus v square by c square upon c square. C square will go cancel out, and the value of k square is equal to 1 by 1 minus v square by c square, and also k is equal to 1 by under root 1 minus v square by c square. We can get here very easily the value of k. Friends, we will note here the value of k we have found under root 1 minus v square by c square. So if we will place the value of k dash, value of k in this equation number 1, then we can get here x dash is equal to x minus vt by under root 1 minus v square by c square. It is very easy mathematics. Now friends, here we want to find out the value of t dash. The value of t dash, how we can find out or how we can solve it, we will see here. From equation third, the value of t dash is equal to, we have found k t plus 1 minus k square by k into x by v. Now t dash is equal to, we can find out, if we will keep k as a common, then t plus 1 minus k square by, it will be k square, so k square into x by v, and k t plus, we can write here t plus 1 minus, we can write it 1 by k square minus 1 into x by v. Now the value of 1 by k square we can place here, or so we will write here, in this part, the value of t dash is equal to k t plus 1 by k square, the value of 1 by k square will be 1 by k square will be 1 minus v square by c square, 1 minus v square by c square minus 1 into x by v. So we can solve it, is equal to k t plus here 1 and 1 will go cancel out. Here 1 by k square, we have placed the value of 1 by k square from this equation. So t plus, it will be minus v square by c square into x by v. So it will be k t minus, here v and v will go cancel out, vx by c square, t minus vx by c square. The value of k also we have found here, then it will be t minus vx by c square upon under root 1 minus v square by c square. Friends, here we have found the value of x dash and t dash, and the value of y dash does not change because it is perpendicular. It is perpendicular, as we have told you, the changing only along the x direction, because we have considered the frame of reference S dash is moving along the positive x axis. Then so we can say that the changing only along the x direction. Y and z will be perpendicular, so in the direction or in the coordinates y and z will not go to any change. So we can write the complete Lorentz transformation equation. X dash is equal to x minus vt minus 1 minus v square by c square. Y dash is equal to y, z dash is equal to z. It is complete Lorentz transformation equation. Friends, the inverse Lorentz transformation equation also may be written very easily. With the help of this Lorentz transformation equation, very easily we can write here inverse Lorentz transformation equation here. All things, all equation, or we can say that our coordinates will be opposite, because here we want to write the inverse Lorentz transformation equation. Here all cases will be opposite to this result, or opposite to condition which we have taken in this previous steps. In this step, the all assumption will be opposite, and result we can get very easily. X dash, the place of x dash will be x, is equal to x dash plus v t dash upon under root 1 minus v square by c square. Y dash, sorry, y is equal to y dash, z is equal to z dash, because these two coordinates y and z is perpendicular to the direction of motion. So the value of t dash, here it will be t, and it will be t dash plus v x dash by c square upon under root 1 minus v square by c square. That it is inverse Lorentz transformation equation. It is Lorentz transformation equation and it is inverse Lorentz transformation equation. I hope the derivation of Lorentz transformation equation will be clear to all of you. So today we will stop here and we will continue in our lecture series, and we will come in our next lecture with next important topics. So today we will stop here, and thank you very much.